Marvel Zombies is here again, and here's what happens in the first issue. A virus has broken out across Earth and infected Daredevil. He has been captured and is being used as a prized fighter against other zombies in exchange for supplies in the post-zombie apocalypse. After winning one of these fights, Daredevil's captors take him back to his holding cell, which is at the bottom of a well, and give him brains and body parts to feast on as a reward for winning. As his captors are leaving, Frank Castle, the Punisher, finds Daredevil and makes him an offer, saying he can kill him now, or suggests that maybe he wants to go out with a literal bang, and take the people using him along with him at his next fight. The next time we see Daredevil, he has stitch marks all over his decaying body from Frank planting explosives inside him. As the fight is about to start, the explosives go off, killing everyone in the vicinity. Switching to Spider-Man. Peter Parker is at the Daily Bugle as his alter ego, Spider-Man, trying to keep the zombies at bay so the people who haven't been turned can escape, including himself and Jonah Jameson. At the same time, he is calling the Avengers for help, but because of the zombie outbreak, nobody is picking up. So he continues to fight off hordes of zombies within the building, all the while worrying whether or not Aunt May and Mary Jane are safe. He glimpses a moment of hope when he finally receives an answer from Hawkeye, telling him that the Avengers are on their way. But while distracted by the call, Peter gets smacked from behind. When he looks up again, his worst fears are realized. Aunt May has been turned, and she is now a zombie. In her dazed state, she has made her way to the Daily Bugle, looking for her grandson. When Peter sees this, he is of course, devastated, and to make matters worse, May attacks him, demanding to see her grandson Peter. Peter tries to ward her off, but she is relentless, and she only stops when Peter has no choice but to lift his mask and show her that it's him. May recognizes him immediately, but when she sees that she has become a zombie, she asks Peter to kill her, which he does. It's unclear whether he gets turned himself in the process. Turning to Moon Knight, we find Moon Knight in Chicago, nearly a year after the virus first broke out. He is talking to Khonshu, and the two of them are arguing about what their next steps are. Moon Knight says that he wants to stay and keep helping people, but Khonshu just wants to be done with it, saying they've stayed too long as it is. Khonshu accuses Moon Knight of not trusting him, and Moon Knight replies that of course he doesn't, because when has Khonshu ever had his best interests at heart? He argues and tells Khonshu that he had promised he'd help him fix all of this, but he hasn't yet. The conversation then gets interrupted as portals begin to open up around them, and hellhounds leap out and attack Moon Knight. Undead Iron Man appears, much to Moon Knight's shock. Not because it's Iron Man, but that Tony Stark is able to see Khonshu, a god. He asks Iron Man who he's gotten himself involved with to be able to do such a thing, and gets his answer when Anubis appears. Khonshu tells Anubis right away that he needs to stop whatever it is he's planning before he angers his father, Osiris, but Anubis doesn't care, saying he refuses to be his father's tool any longer. Anubis tells Khonshu that the zombie virus is a gift, and that Khonshu will realize this soon enough. But for the time being, he can't have Khonshu and Moon Knight interfering with his plans, so that's why he brought Iron Man to be his undead host, and to make sure they don't get in his way. Iron Man and Moon Knight begin to clash, but because of his new status, Iron Man overpowers Moon Knight, and breaks his hands. As Moon Knight lays in agony, Iron Man turns his attention to the people below, and to helping spread the virus. He goes down to the people and literally starts ripping them apart, limb from limb, biting and tearing off their skin. Moon Knight can do nothing, and Khonshu sees this as an opportunity to get complete control over him, so he offers his help. The next thing we see is Iron Man cornering another victim, and then Moon Knight flying down and stamping him into the street face first. Iron Man thinks he and Moon Knight are on the same side now, because he sees Moon Knight has also been turned into a zombie, but Anubis tells him that's not the case, calling the battle lost. He leaves knowing Iron Man is about to be demolished by Moon Knight, which is exactly what happens. Khonshu then takes the now zombie Moon Knight to undead Captain America and Black Widow, offering them up as a reward dinner, saying he will rebuild Moon Knight in his image. And that's it for the first issue of the new Marvel's Zombies. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, then please like and subscribe to our channel, so you can find out what happens in the next issue, or visit us in our comic book store in the River Valley Mall in Lancaster, Ohio. Address in the description.